look, I understand that there are nutrition plans based on all different kinds of things. And most of the time, the results of these things are manufactured and fake to give a false sense of hope to the masses that if they just stick to this one thing, then they can look like, Arnold Schwarzenegger in the 80s. But the fact remains the same. A disciplined diet of almost any kind. Literally, I've seen people with shitty eating habits that just make sure that they do them at the exact same time of day. And that changes their bodies. Like, they get into shape and work out, and they'll be eating cheeseburgers, but they eat cheeseburgers at the exact same time every day, and their metabolism is on point. Or they'll eat just one meal a day.
Yeah, I think that's stupid.
People do crazy things, but to me, if you work out and you eat well, you're going to see some kind of results.
Yeah, a lot of people go by like your macronutrients, so there's apps for that. And if you have the right amount of protein versus, working out, you're probably going to do what you want to do. Yeah.
Well, guess what I'm trying to get at is there's tons of people out there that are giving all this advice, but the brass tacks of the situation that I've seen from real life experience is if you make better choices about what you're eating and when you're eating, and you work out, and before that you didn't, you're going to get results.
Yeah, you're going to change.
No matter what. And the results that people perpetuate with all these different methods, when they're the figurehead, they're going to look better than you're going to look. Because they're probably doing other shit also.
Yes. And also, you can't be like, I'm going to look like this one person.
Biology matters.
By doing what
Biology
they
matters.
do. It's just your body's going to change.
Yes.
But you can't, alter it.
Right.
Unless you are altering it.
Right. And it's you. It's not them. Everybody's different. So
yeah.
There has been this guy in pop culture somehow.
I've seen him on
over
TikTok.
the past few months or a year or so.
I don't know.
Named the Liver King. What a name. Not a cartel member on the black market selling organs, but a guy who, I guess, eats chicken livers or something and thinks he's the man.
My dad likes chicken livers.
Right. Some people do. But this guy, for some reason, obviously jacked on roids.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously jacked on roids, but was like, nah, bro. And became super popular. And then it came out here recently that he told someone that he had been doing steroids.
I didn't know how it came out that it was true that he did steroids.
Evidently, somebody leaked this information with receipts.
Gotcha.
And he had to be like, oh, shit. So now we have one of the beautiful internet commentators out there, PewDiePie.
So
who's going to talk about this.
Before we get started, if anyone believed this man was not on steroids and followed his plan, that's on you. Because you can take one look at certain people and know for sure, a common indicator is their stomachs. And when their stomachs are literally abs on abs on abs pushing out, it's called roid gut. Yeah. And nobody's stomach looks like that.
Well, also, hate to break it to you fellas, but once you get past a certain age, you're going to need some kind of something to get you there.
Some supplement.
Right. Your body is not going to allow you to get that, ripped and big.
Jacked. Yeah.
Right. You're doing something extra.
A really good thing for you to look up would be Hulk Hogan. So whenever he was younger, probably in his 40s.
Look,
there was a point in time where he had to go off of steroids and he got smaller.
Look at 80s WWF Hulk Hogan at his peak in WWF, and then look at Hulk Hogan in his peak in WCW. There you will see a substantial difference in his body size.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
all right.
It's time to get into this. Let's watch what PewDiePie has to say, because evidently the Liver King made an apology video about his steroid use and his blatant lies.
I haven't watched it, but I have heard that it was not actually an apology.
All right. We'll find out. PewDiePie ain't gonna lie to us.
Liver King! Oh, so strong. Liver lies, that's what you are. Another fitness influencer lying. How about that?
We watched that.
King. No! What? He's not natural. He's been exposed. I can't believe it. Oh. I was gonna make a video on him a while ago. I just didn't think it was that interesting, but I guess I was wrong. He has almost 2 million followers on Instagram now. He kind of blew up, actually. His whole shtick is to mimic this ancestral living of eating raw meats and livers specifically.
I didn't know that.
The only thing I saw that was that he apparently sleeps on wood with no mattress.
The place that needs to be as pristine as can be. You guys can see that we sleep on the ground. We have just a little box that I built just out of some wood to create some elevation so that the moisture, the humidity...
I don't believe it.
It's all about this health and pureness. He doesn't have any Wi-Fi in his house. And he openly says many times he does not take steroids.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fuck him.
Just zoomed in on his nipple.
Remember what I said. If they don't look natural, they're not natural. But of course, like any scumbag influencer, he sells supplements.
Oh.
That's the secret. Gee, I wonder why he lied about not being natural. It's... I wonder why. God. Alright, we'll get into it. He was exposed and leaked email from the channel More Plates, More Dates, Derek. Exposed. And finally, he came out and admitted it with an apology video. So we're gonna have to watch it, and I will review it as an epic apology maker.
I'm making this video
Already 0 out of 10. What the fuck is this audio coming out of my ear? Can we fix that, Sahib?
to apologize. Because I fucked up. Because I'm embarrassed and ashamed.
Yeah, you
Because
should
I
be.
lied. And I misled a lot of people. Before social media, I was rich and anonymous. And after social media, I'm still rich, but no longer anonymous.
Okay.
The fuck does that have to do with anything?
Weird
This motherfucker's
flex.
just flexing.
Yeah.
Not just his abs. I'm so sorry. Anyway, I am rich. What the?
Wow.
Ah! Who told you to say that? Anyway, I used to be rich, and now I'm even richer. Thanks to
And
misleading
everyone
my fans
knows
into
who I
buying my
am.
Supplements. Fools. You know what? If that's what he said, I would be like, holy shit. I love this man. He's... But no, I hate you.
Never expected this kind of exposure in the public eye.
Alright, god damn it, we went 2 seconds between each line. So in the leaked email, he basically goes through how his goal was to blow up his channel, get 1 million followers, he had a film crew, blah 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 blah. So now you clearly planned for it as a way to sell your fucking products. Let's keep
It's
watching.
tricky as fuck to navigate. Well, clearly I did it wrong. And I'm here now to set the record straight. Yes, I've done steroids. And yes,
And?
I'm on steroids, monitored and
Good.
managed by a trained hormone clinician.
I don't know much about steroids, but his fucking steroid, what is it? His list looked like a fucking crafting thing from Fallout 3. Like, what the fuck are all these drugs? The fuck is all this? Holy shit.
He listed
Apparently,
them?
he spends £11,000 per month.
Liver King, the public figure, was an experiment to spread the message, to bring awareness to the 4,000 people a day who kill themselves, the 80,000 people a day that try to kill themselves. Our people are hurting at record rates with depression, autoimmune, anxiety.
Yeah, I'm
Stop.
sorry.
Shut the fuck up. So he's supposed to apologize, but really it was all a noble cause, you know? I was trying to save life. People are killing themselves. What's the message?
Okay.
Why are you saving lives? The reason I made my other video, because I think people don't realize just how prominent it is for people to use steroids. And it's one of those things that, you know, just like it's been talked about a lot, how women have body image issues because of comparing themselves to photoshopped images and models and magazines. As men, we're equally as susceptible to that. And to have a bunch of people, you know, in Marvel films getting buffed, taking steroids very clearly, very obviously to anyone that understands what it means to build muscle, and then come out in interviews and talk about, oh, I just had to eat broccoli and rice. It was so tough for me, which is just fucking dishonest. And while also simultaneously market different programs. Chris Hemsworth markets his workout video routine, whatever that he sells. I don't fucking care. And here we have another one where he's selling supplements. That's really the reason I don't take steroids. Supplements. I'm saving lives here. All these people trying to get like, what the fuck are you talking about?
This is so disgusting, man.
You are not the solution.
Low ambition in life. Our young men are hurting the most, feeling lost, weak, and submissive. So I made it my job to model, teach, and preach a simple, elegant solution.
Donate all your money that you made. You said you were already rich, right?
Oh.
I'm getting fucking worked up and we're 1 minute in. All right, this is more.
I've been on several podcasts, and when asked if I've ever taken steroids, I've always said no.
What did you say?
I don't touch this stuff, not gonna touch this stuff, never touch this stuff.
And why did you say that?
Maybe you harm more
That
men
was a lie.
by promoting.
No one could tell just for like how weirdly defensive and whatever the you splurred out from that. Like, let's watch that, by the way, because it's fucking funny, dude.
I'm just gonna face it head on. I don't touch this stuff. I've never done this stuff. I'm not gonna do this stuff. This good stuff. The asshole of steroids that he talks about.
You've never taken steroids.
Never taken steroids. I've never done PEDs other than prioritize, execute, and dominate in life. I also just do want to say I think that him saying that is dangerous. I want to set the record straight. I would love the opportunity.
So Joe Rogan
Setting the
called him out.
record
He was
straight.
Like, yeah, that guy clearly is on fucking steroids. Joe Rogan openly admits taking steroids as well, and his response is, "That's dangerous for him to say. It's a dangerous message to spread. To who?" Dude, there's so many bits.
What the fuck?
At the end of the day, cheating doesn't scale. It's not sustainable and it doesn't scale. Right? And what I've achieved from a financial standpoint, from a family standpoint.
Cheating doesn't scale. I can't stand listening to this shit.
I'm not a competitive athlete of any kind, so who the fuck am I cheating?
Your entire
You
audience.
lied,
Your entire
yeah.
brand around being natural, ancestral, living like the caveman. I don't think the caveman had all whatever this fucking shopping list you have is. I don't know, but they didn't have Wi-Fi, and you are blocking Wi-Fi, so you are pretty much on point. You know.
Oh my god.
I convinced myself that this topic was a placeholder for a far more important conversation. I convinced myself that this would overshadow the 36 years of working out, usually twice a day, without PE.
See, that I actually believe. But the thing is, no one would give a shit. Anyone that's come out and said, hey, I take steroids, it's not like people go, what? Oh, how dare you? How could you do this? No, if anything, people respect honesty. So it doesn't fucking matter. This whole video, I would have been completely fine with if he didn't make it because he was caught. Like, the emails was leaked, the response comes out. If
Yeah.
he, for some reason, decided to feel like, you know what, I don't like that I've been lying, I want to confess, I would 100% accept that and respect that, honestly. But this is just so fucking informative and lame.
And I had convinced myself that this would be the wrong message to send to the 15-year-old boys.
No, to the little
No,
boys.
you didn't.
He just cares about the little boys. It was a noble line. He had to. He had no choice. Yeah, he literally just dug himself in a hole. He didn't want to confess, so he had to go deeper and
What
deeper.
the fuck,
and I guess,
dude?
yeah, in a way, he probably feels relieved now that it's out, but it's still so fucking stupid. I'm surprised to see this sentiment being spread so much. The fact that people believe he was natty is all mind-boggling. I can't believe people are so stupid. It's like most people haven't lifted weights. They don't know how it works. It's not that fucking weird that people have no clue that this is not natural. And especially if some people going around saying, no, it is natural. Yeah, for anyone that understands steroids
Yeah.
and how efficient they are, yeah, it's pretty obvious. But for most people, it isn't. And that's how he's able to maintain this brand. So I don't think
Right.
it's that fucking weird that people don't know. Steroids is so efficient. If you take it, you gain more muscles and by not working out and just taking steroids than someone actively working out
Yeah.
and not taking steroids. That they're extremely efficient. Even if you take them once, you have a huge advantage because it's easier to rebuild muscles that you have gained from steroids. So you can say, no, I'm not on steroids, but if you've done it once, you're in a different category than everyone else as well. There's a ton of health risks involved. He clearly doesn't talk about any of those in this video, and that's just the reality of it.
85% of the population that suffers from self-esteem issues. I'm part of that statistic. This is why I fucking work myself to death in the gym. This is why I do 12 to 15 blood-burning workouts a week, just to feel like I'm okay.
No, I'm not buying this.
No.
I'm not buying a single fucking word he says, okay? So the reason he takes steroids or whatever the fuck is because he has low self-esteem. You don't... I can't emphasize. I would say,
what the fuck?
I sometimes also have low self-esteem. That is not an excuse to take steroids. You know, if he just says, I want to take steroids because it's the right choice for me, whatever the fuck, I would buy that. But this whole...
That's his choice. That's fine. Don't lie about it.
Steroids. No, that's so fucking stupid. You're basically saying that anyone else with low self-esteem
should
to
do
take
it
steroids.
too. Yeah.
And I know that doesn't equate, but you're talking about your audience being 15-year-old, and it's kind of the message that you're sending out.
Yep.
It seems so common, this topic of body dysmorphia, for people that take steroids. Like I said, I think I have self-esteem issues sometimes, and I'll tell you what, I have zero self-esteem issues about the way I look. I look fucking good. This is what 0% body dysmorphia looks like. All pure G Fuel, baby. Code PewDiePie. I want to motivate other people to work out as well. Not to look a certain way necessarily, but because it makes you feel good. I think it's dangerous to spread this message with steroids, because ignoring all the negative effects from it, for me at least, I can't wrap my head around. You're gonna have to become dependent on it, right? You know, you're going to the gym and you see amazing progression because you're on steroids, and it probably feels amazing, but you're stuck in that cycle forever because you're always gonna want to gain more and more and more and more. You know, once you go off steroids, you're gonna go to the gym and you're gonna actually lose muscle. You're gonna lose strength drastically. Once you do it once, you're pretty much trapped to keep doing it. So it doesn't make sense for me at all. I respect people's choice to doing it, but I can't wrap my head around it, to be honest. And his message here just fucking sucks.
Above all else, the loyalty.
Notice how I'm pointing down. You see, and if he was truly based, he would do the same, but of course he's not. There is no paradise. It's only this life that matters. Now, if you want to watch some actual really good fitness motivators, I know that you guys are let down by the Liver King. You're going to have to find your new one. I got your back. Kyriakos Kapakulak, the GOAT. 100% big. Follow this guy instead. No fucking...
Hell yeah.
I rate this apology a 3 out of 10. At least he came clean with some things.
That guy can carry so many grocery bags.
Sucks. This video is sponsored by... Yes.
Oh, fuck.
Wrong, it's NordVPN. As we already established, NordVPN, greatest VPN.
The Liver motherfucking King turns out to be King Dingaling.
I had cat hair just like stuck to my hands. Oh, and my shirt. Great.
Oh yeah, you got a hairy chest, Nikki.
Yeah, I was just sitting there petting him, and he was like, "Enough,
I bite you." Yeah. Thus the name launch. Again, and to reiterate what PewDiePie's saying, if somebody looks like they're on steroids, they probably are.
Yeah. Okay, so...
Especially past a certain age. Once you get to like 35, sorry, odds are you body chemistry is not going to be able to allow you to do that unless you've spent your entire life up to that point building that muscle. Like he said, people who have been weight training and bodybuilding for their entire lives can be jacked in their 30s and 40s, but you get to like 50s, 60s, and you're still that shredded? Come on. You want to see what somebody who works out and stays in shape, what their body looks like when they get into their late 40s and early 50s? Look at a modern picture of Chris Jericho. He's not jacked to the gills. He's in shape, but people are like, oh my God, he looks, not like what he should look like. And it's like, no, he looks like what he should look like at that age. The people that you're comparing him to... I
haven't looked up a modern picture of shirtless Chris Jericho in just a couple of weeks. So
gotta find it. Yeah, this is him. This is him now.
Yeah.
This is what somebody that age should be looking like, who works out a lot. Right? He's not the Liver King. He's not... You know,
Okay.
he's in good shape, and he's an older guy.
So, like, when I first started out the video, I said, I just think that anybody who believes that's on you. You're dumb. Like, I can't believe that. And then PewDiePie was like, it's not really their fault. And I guess that's true because, like, I worked at a gym for like 2 years. I was around people who lifted. I lifted.
Yeah.
I worked out 6 days a week. That was just like normal for me. But I also knew people who took steroids, and I didn't know that they took steroids. And then I saw how they worked out, and, you know, they worked out all the time, they ate clean, and then I found out that they did steroids, and I was like, oh, that's why it's so easy for you to be so swole. That makes sense.
Yep. Some people do a little, and they do like a rotation of it. Like they'll be off it and then on it and then off it. They cycle in and out.
But to be the Liver King size, you got to be taking
All
$11
the
grand,
time,
$11,000. Okay, now let's get to his bullshit of, I just did this because people themselves, right? Okay, all right. So you said that 15-year-old boys follow you, and you lied to them on purpose to get their money and to get clout or whatever the fuck. And you did that because you wanted them to believe that they could maybe one day achieve your status because you were rich and famous and you look like that. So all they gotta do is take your fucking whey supplements and sleep on a fucking wooden box and just be primal. And then they won't, you know, themselves. You're making it worse.
Yeah.
You're making it, and he knows that.
It was just the last act of a desperate man.
That's fine, but, like, make it make sense.
Well, there's a social commentator of sorts who I've found to be pretty interesting, who said that when people have fucked up beyond all belief, they usually do one or two things. They either find God and become so close to God because everybody on earth is done with them, or they become this sacrificial lamb. I have done this all for you. So they either develop a disciple of God complex, or they find a God complex.
Yeah.
Where it's like, you just don't understand the sacrifice I've made for you. Or I am redeemed.
I just think it's, like, extremely gross. No matter the amount of money that I could ever make being an influencer or whatever, to act like I am just all natural and literally have, like, 6 stacks of 6-packs.
Yeah.
And to walk around with a fucking whatever the fuck was on his head, and I eat all this raw meat, and you can do it too.
Yeah.
For $42.99 every month, or $150, whatever the fuck. It's just
scam.
so gross.
Just call it for what it is. It's a
gross.
Scam. People get got every day.
Yeah.
Sorry for those of you that got by this situation, but hopefully this will be a new lens for you to view things through, and you can see that what you need is in you, and it's very simple. Change your life for the better. You know that things are good for you.
And you're not gonna look like all this crazy bullshit.
Well, also,
you're not.
Don't fall for the all-natural bullshit, because do you know what's all-natural? Snake venom. Do you know what's all natural?
Yeah, that's true.
Cancer.
Yeah.
Do you know what's all natural? Plenty of things out there that could destroy you. So just because something is all natural, or this is a, you know, from the earth thing, it's not always the best. Most of the things that are the best are that way, but that doesn't mean that with that labeling then everything's perfect.
Yeah.
So just do your own thing for your own body. If you need to go to a weight management specialist or somebody who actually knows the science behind what's going on with your body, and they can do some things to tell you.
If it's quick and super expensive, just don't fall for it. And also, I think just the whole perpetuation of, like, look at me and look at my body, I think, like, PewDiePie touched on it, like, for women, and they're like, oh, I'm all natural. there are some supermodels who say, I'm all natural, I've never
Look.
had anything done. And you look at a before and after, and it ain't even the same person. So just be happy that your body does what it does for
Yeah.
you, at whatever capacity, and just do what's best for you.
And
all that
also-
other stuff is bullshit.
Nobody has it all. So when you see these people on Instagram, on different forms of social media, or you're just walking down the street and there is a higher than average attractive person and you're just like, my God, just know nobody has it all.
Yeah.
And there are things about them or things in their life or whatever that you don't want.
Yeah.
Most of the time. So just, take into consideration that bettering yourself is okay, but you're fine just the way you are.
Yep.
And everybody has their issues, everybody has their stuff to work through, but don't envy a single soul on this planet because you are valuable, you're great just the way you are. Everybody could use some improvement, and just make yourself happy in a way that doesn't make you vain or envious or hateful towards yourself. You're great. That stuff is an example of holding up a mirror to you and like making you think about things that you don't even really want for yourself. It's just like, look, you're not this. And it's
Yeah.
like, nobody fucking is, man.
Unless you
That's a
spend
character.
$11,000.
Like he said, he created a gimmick.
Yeah.
He said, I created this character. And it's like, yeah, that's what it is. Why the fuck did you tell everyone it's real? The end.
Yep.
Thank you so much to PewDiePie. He rocks. He did a great expose on this trash situation. And for that, I'm grateful. If you guys enjoyed what he put out there, you should go check out his channel. I'm sure he could use a few more subscribers and some likes on his videos. We could too.
Yeah.
I mean, we're bigger than PewDiePie, but
Yeah.
we could always use a boost as well. So if you want to subscribe to our channel, go ahead and do that. Give us a like because we appreciate the thumbs up. And we also appreciate recommendations.
Yeah, you can leave those down in the comments below. You can put it on our Discord, or if you are a patron, Patriot, by God.
If
If
you're a
you
patriot.
are a patron on our Patreon, you can leave it there.
Yeah. And also, we live stream if that's your thing. We do that every Monday and Thursday evening at 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. It would be cool to see you there. And if you want to follow us on Twitch, we do exclusive reactions on Twitch once a week. And if you want to follow that, then just, follow us there and it'll let you know. But for this reaction, that's going to do it.
That's going to do it.
See y'all.
See you guys.